Hello, everybody. I am 24 hours into what could be the goodbye fast for my life, where I just fast my way into heaven. And I went through a little bit of a pain today, actually. It, for some reason, 24 hours is a huge barrier to push through. Right? Usually, the hours 20 through 24 are some of the toughest hours of fasting, and then it's all downhill from. Oh my God, I'm gonna feel so good. I already feel good in the sense that a lot of things wash right off of me, don't bother me, right? So earlier I had some remote work, and one of my clients, his mic kept giving this whirling noise as I'm trying to speak, and it didn't bother me at all. It washed right off of me. I mean, I did send him a quick email at the end of our session to say that, maybe next time see if you can adjust your mic a little bit because I want you to get the most out of this, right? And even then, I didn't get upset about that. And it inspired me to write a number of computer games again. Right now, I'm programming uh, Fox in the Forest. And once again, my computer keyboard is so clean. I don't know if I can show you the keyboard because of how the webcam is arranged here. But my cell phone is so clean. I don't have food residue everywhere. My game boards and cards are so clean, and so it forces me to discover new things, try some new card games, and open up a little bit. And I'm not so angry anymore at those guys in Redmond who didn't want to play backgammon with me. Maybe that's a good learning experience that I could watch them play something else, right? I got a little bit more open-minded after I got into 24 hours of fasting. And the unfortunate thing is that all of these benefits seem to just go away as soon as I eat, right? I have never gotten the benefits to extend to after I break the fast. Never. I've tried all sorts of ways of breaking the fast. Uh, the closest approximation I have is if I just stay on a very low calorie diet. But unfortunately, that's also pretty hard to do in its own right because it forces you to think about what you're eating and when and all that. And unfortunately, I didn't realize how much weight I had lost until a couple months ago. I went to get tested for COVID-19, and while I was at the doctor's office to do this, they had weighed me, and I got a little bit of a sticker shock. I only weighed 140. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, I was weighing 165. I remember this because at the beginning, right before the pandemic hit, I took a trip to Kalispell, Montana, and they were having this event at a shopping mall, and they were showing you why you might need some what is that kind of surgery, and they had me step on this two scales to weigh if I had imbalances in my body. And I didn't have that much imbalance, but I remember I weighed a total on the two scales, that is, a total of 165. So I knew I weighed 165 at the beginning of the pandemic, and I only weighed 140. So I lost about a pound every month from all this intermittent fasting. Now the problem is I really love the intermittent fasting, and I have no desire of giving it up. The problem is I don't have another 25 pounds to lose, right? I probably don't even have that much body fat on my body. And the problem is I really love my diet. Most people are the other way around, right? They love the fact that they lost 25 pounds, but they hate their diet. They can't wait to gain 35 pounds back. I'm just the opposite of that, and that's kind of unfortunate because I look at how much weight I'm losing. It's like I don't have enough time. I want to keep practicing this intermittent fasting because I feel so good, lightweight. Nothing can bother me. And unfortunately, it seems like the time is running out. Right? I do private tutoring, and I had a student who one day the kids were talking about what superpower they wish they had. Right? It was just before Halloween, so they were talking about what kind of superpower do you wish you had. So one of my students, I think she's 16, 17 years old maybe, she says that she could eat whatever she wants without getting fat. And I'm thinking to myself, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I didn't tell her that. Right? I wished her good luck with that. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that's the opposite of what I want, right? Because I love fasting. I just hate that fasting kind of causes my body to waste away, right? And I'm thinking to myself, gee, how about you eat and I get fat for you instead, right? And so I can fast and lose that fat, right? Uh, anyway, that's what I'm thinking to myself. I wish I could get the opposite of. See, some people go to get surgery to lose weight, right? I need to get like a lipo transfusion surgery, right? Where every so often I get fat put into me so that I can have the pleasure of losing it, which I really love, right? Because I love intermittent fasting. See, if somebody wants to donate their body weight to me, I'd be very happy to do that, right? Unfortunately, I don't think there is any such thing, right? Because most people are just the opposite, right? See, when we get liposuction here in the United States, what we should do is donate that fat to the third world. Actually, we don't. We just have to donate it to other people in the United States who are hungry, right? Because for every one person who's hungry, 2 people are dying from overfeeding themselves, right? So we can help each other, right? That's the problem, right? Anyways, anybody have any suggestions for topics to talk about today? I feel so good. I wish I could stay like this forever. And I am going to stay like this forever because I'm going to fast my way into heaven and be happily ever after, never having to worry about food anymore, right? Aliens, do they exist to you? You know, I saw some aliens one time. I was in Vantage, Washington, and all of a sudden I see this constellation of satellites, like 10 or 20 of them, just one after another circling overhead. And I think I took a time lapse, a 15-second photo of them, and it drew a line across the sky. If I remember, I gotta go back to my album to look for that. One of my favorite things to do to look for aliens is you got to calculate what's called Hohmann transfer rate. So if aliens are going to fly from Mars to Earth, there are very specific dates every 26 months where they could fly past Earth, and then I go out to look for them. Right? Never had any good luck doing that. I think the next Hohmann transfer date, I'm going to look up. Let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be sometime just after the conjunction, right? No, it's gonna be just. Wait, is it just after or just before? It's gonna be just after. So, yeah, it's gonna be a while before we have another potential landing date for aliens from Mars. But believe it or not, if you want to fly from Mars to the outer solar system, right? Imagine you want to fly from Mars to Jupiter or Saturn. Believe it or not, the path that uses the least amount of energy goes through the Earth. It flies past the Earth to get a gravity assist to go to the outer solar system. Oh no, I got an important phone call I got to answer, so I will come back to screen us another time.